Hey, Exotical darlings, this is Coco Exotical. Thank you for being here with me. Today, we're going to talk about how they're obsessed with your unshakable authenticity and how it's driving them crazy. So let's get into it. Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop giving a damn about other people's opinions, all of a sudden everyone has an opinion about you? They're obsessed with you, not with your achievements, not with your Instagram aesthetic, not even with your success. They're obsessed with the fact that you're genuinely who you say you are and that you're not putting on a performance in life just like they are. People don't want to admit that your authenticity is a threat. It's magnetic, it's polarizing, and it exposes every single person around you who's still wearing a mask and playing dress up in a life that doesn't fit them, right? So let's talk about why authenticity creates this weird obsession. There's actual psychology here, and once you understand it, then you're going to see this pattern everywhere, right? When you show up completely as your genuine self, flaws, opinions, boundaries, and all, you're doing something that most people are terrified to do. You're living proof that the mental prison that they've built for themselves is optional, right? And to them, that's what makes you dangerous. They're experiencing cognitive dissonance, right? They spent years, maybe even decades, molding themselves into what they think that they should be and what society thinks that they should be, what their friends and family think that they should be, staying in jobs that they hate, maintaining friendships that drain them, pretending to like things that they don't. So when you show up authentically, being fully yourself, not apologizing, not shrinking, not molding yourself to fit in, their entire worldview cracks and starts to break down, right? Again, you become a mirror for what people are doing and not doing in their own lives. And a lot of people don't like to see their own reflection. Some people see you and feel hopeful. They'll think, well, if she can do it, then maybe I can do it, right? These are your people. These are the ones who celebrate your wins, who ask you thoughtful questions, who actually want to learn from you, right? They're drawn to your energy and your authenticity because your authenticity gives them permission to be authentic themselves. Then they're the people who see you and they feel exposed. Their fakeness, their lies, their masks, their carefully constructed personas. All of it looks completely ridiculous next to your authenticity. So what do? They try to tear you down. They mock you. They try to sabotage you. They say that you're too much or not enough. Because if they can make you doubt yourself, then they don't have to face the reality of their own inauthenticity. When you spend your life pretending, wearing the right clothes, saying the right things, performing happiness on social media while you're actually falling apart inside, you're slowly changing your brain chemistry. Research shows that living inauthentically actually leads to anxiety, depression, chronic stress, and physical health problems as well. Your body literally knows when you're lying to yourself, right? Think about the person who stays in a bad relationship just because her family likes the guy or because it looks good on paper, or the person who takes the corporate job just for the title while her soul is screaming inside for something creative or to start her own business, or the person who fake smiles through brunch with a bunch of women who talk crap about her behind her back because she's afraid of being by herself and standing on her own 2 feet. These people go out and perform and put on a show for the crowd, and then behind closed doors, they're exhausted from performing all day long. That exhaustion they feel, that's the weight of the performance that they were never meant to give, right? While they're busy being fake and trying to put on a performance, the people that they're trying to impress don't even care about them. The Joneses that they're trying to keep up with aren't even thinking about them because they're too busy trying to maintain their own lives or trying to keep up with their own Joneses. Then you have the haters, right? They're the ones who are obsessed with tearing down your authenticity. When someone criticizes you for being too real or too confident, what they're really saying is that your confidence and your authenticity makes me more aware of my own insecurities. When they call you selfish for having boundaries, they're saying your boundaries are making it harder for me to use and manipulate you. When they're saying that you're showing off because you like to celebrate yourself and celebrate your wins, they're admitting that your success is reminding me of my own stagnation. A lot of people are trapped in their own lives, living in a mess of their own making. So your freedom in life, your freedom to be yourself, reminds them of how trapped they themselves feel every single day. When you refuse to shrink, when you refuse to apologize for taking up space, when you live your life the way that you see fit, that makes people who spent their lives performing for other people and making themselves smaller absolutely livid, right? And here's the truth. Jealousy is just desire and denial, right? The people who try to sabotage your authenticity want what you have. They want your courage, your freedom, your peace, your independence. But instead of doing the work to try to get it for themselves, they try to drag you back into the cage with them, right? So what do you actually gain from living authentically? You attract the right people. You attract the people who are actually for you. When you stop wearing a mask and stop performing for other people, the audience that was never meant for you goes away, right? And those who stay, those are your people. Those are the relationships that get deeper. Those are the connections that get real. You stop wasting time on friendships that were always surface level and focus more on genuine friendships with people who actually appreciate you for who you really are. When you make better decisions in life, when you're fully aligned with your truth, your life choices become obvious. You're not constantly second guessing everything because you're not trying to be someone that you're not. Your intuition comes back online in full force, right? You can't fully trust yourself in your own decision making because you're not making choices based upon how other people will react. You're making choices based upon what's right for you and your own lifestyle. You're going to be able to sleep better because there's no performance to maintain in your own bed, right? No mask to take off, no exhausting mental gymnastics about who said what and what you said to them and whether you said the right thing or the wrong thing today. You become unstoppable because when you're no longer afraid of people's judgment, then what can anybody actually do to you, right? People's unnecessary criticism rolls off of you like water off of a duck's back. Drama becomes boring and annoying. You're free from having to explain yourself or having to entertain anybody else's BS. You don't become successful in life despite your authenticity. You become successful in life because of your authenticity, right? So how do you remain grounded in your authenticity when people start coming for you? First, you got to remember that criticism from people that you wouldn't take advice from is just background noise, right? If they're not walking in your shoes, if they're not in the arena right there next to you, if they're not living the life that you want to live, then their opinion doesn't count, right? Next, you need to get comfortable with being misunderstood. You don't owe anybody any explanations for your own life choices. The right people are going to get it and the wrong people never will, right? You got to protect your peace and your energy just like it's your bank account. Every fake relationship, every inauthentic conversation, every performance is a withdrawal from your account. So stop spending what you can't afford, right? You need to find your people, find your group, the ones who celebrate your authenticity instead of tolerating it. Build a small and strong circle of like-minded people so that you can all grow together. Stay away from hateful, insecure, small-minded people who just want to project their insecurities onto you, right? And make sure you're doing internal work as well. Make sure that you're in therapy, journaling, meditating, listening to subliminals, whatever helps you to stay connected to your own truth and authenticity. The more grounded you are within yourself, the less anyone else's opinion can disrupt you and knock you off your square. You need to decenter other people and other people's opinions and make the focus solely on yourself, right? Stop performing for other people. Just stop. The right job, the right partner, the right friends, the right lifestyle, none of it is going to find you while you're pretending to be somebody that you're not. Your authenticity is your superpower. It's not going to be for everyone, and that's exactly the point, right? The people who are obsessed with you, leave them alone. Let them be. Whether they love you or they hate you, you're making them actually feel something, right? And that's better than simply being forgettable. Just be yourself, be loud and proud about it, be unapologetic about it, and watch how your life transforms for the better when you stop performing, when you stop faking it and actually start living it, right? So tell me about it. Have you ever had people who are upset with you about your own authenticity? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.